agricultural import bill has sold up to 2.22 trillion in the first half of 2025. Now, this has brought strong criticisms from farmers, rice millers, and stakeholders who argue that the federal government policy has worsened food insecurity as well as criticized local production.
Because we're supposed to produce more and then export, not for us to bring it in. That means the people that are even producing here are not appreciated. You understand? The advantage is that we will make food available. We will no longer depend on only what the local farmer are producing. We can get variety of another product apart from the one we produce. That's advantage. But the disadvantage is that if you keep on bringing those ones inside our country, we will see it as improved variety. We will look at our own as local variety. We will not patronize what we have. Everybody will be going for the imported ones. 7 to 10 years back, we used to eat foreign rice, and it was cheaper. That time, I think foreign rice, one bag was 8,000 or something, and it was imported. So nobody cared about the local rice. Nobody was even knowing that they can farm rice in Nigeria. So all of a sudden, Buhari came and changed the narrative and blocked the border, stopped the importing of the foreign rice. Then tell the local farmer to go back to farm and start farming. You understand? So all of a sudden, they start farming and rice become very expensive. The rice we farm here in our land become more expensive than the one they import from that side with the transportation and everything. So the whole thing was so just surprising. You understand? So that is why. So you import small, you farm small to balance it.
In 2025, Nigeria recorded a staggering 2.22 trillion in agricultural imports in the first half of the year. This figure has provoked debate, criticism, and concern across the country, from farmers in rural areas to officials in the capital. The farmers, rice millers, and other stakeholders have pushed back with their arguments, which includes low margins, import competition, and delayed mechanization, as well as structural challenges. The Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Sabi Abdullahi, has claimed that the presidential directive is aimed at ensuring food moves more freely across routes to reduce delivery markup. He also said that it frames a higher import figures as part of the broader strategy to stabilize supplies and mitigate soaring food prices. So where does that leave Nigeria? The 2.22 trillion import bill underscores how much the nation is relying on foreign food supplies. Farmers, millers, and stakeholders' voice legitimate concerns about how policies, price control, and import strategies affect their viability. The government argues its interventions are necessary responses to inflation and shortages. Observers often say sustainable change depends on less emergency orders and more on addressing underlying issues: infrastructure, incentives, security, market system, and coherence in policy. What happens next will depend on whether all parties, government, farmers, processors, and citizens find common ground between relief and sustainable growth. Chisom Mogbu for Eagles 102.3 FM Abuja.